If you're holding any Bitcoin or Ethereum, I have some good news and I have some bad news.
Today for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15, we will be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum. And guys, today is certainly a special one. Going into the charts, we will discuss with DaVinci J15 what he is expecting for the Bitcoin and Ethereum price right now. We will be talking about whether we are going to see a massive dump before we are finally seeing the big pump to a very specific price target here everyone is waiting for. We will be talking about the CME Gap, the search volume, and many more extremely interesting things. Guys, certainly sit down, watch this video until the very end because we have a juicy jam-packed episode with a lot of gems sprinkled in between. Make sure you watch the whole video. You sit down, you scroll down, you smash up the like button to a new all-time high. Let's get like 5,000 likes if you want more of these videos. If you are excited for the future to come, smash up the like button right now. Also press subscribe, press the bell and press on all, because you know what guys, YouTube tracks every single engagement of yours. If you are commenting the video, sharing the video, liking the video, every single thing, even if you share it in a WhatsApp group, YouTube can track that. So thank you so much for making noise here on our videos. It is really appreciated. But with that being said, I want to come to the most important question of today. DaVinci J15, finally not wearing a red shirt anymore. How are you doing today, my man?
In the pipe, 5 by 5, man. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about the present because every single day is a big adventure for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. I'm very happy to do these videos, especially seeing all this amazing feedback of our community. And yeah, I am certainly excited even about the immediate short term for Bitcoin. I don't care about these small dips. But yes, today we have you here on the show to talk about whether there is a new dip coming before we are going to pump finally. So maybe we pull up the charts and you elaborate a little bit on your specific game plan and what you are expecting for Bitcoin and Ethereum right now in the immediate short term.
All right, sure, no problem. All right, well, I have a tweet here, right? Please check it out and vote for what my nickname should be on my Twitter page there. All right.
I voted for crypto or Bitcoin OG. Maybe everyone can support me and vote for Bitcoin OG. I think this is the most legitimate name because you entered in 2011. However, let's go.
Yeah, original gangster is not, it might not be appropriate.
An original Bitcoin gangster. Anyway.
Okay, so Bitcoin, we broke out from this level here, what we were talking about last time on the show, was 10,444 level, and it didn't do it with much volume, and so it just crapped out, right? And you can see there's not much volume to take this thing higher. Can it get up to here? I think there's a higher probability that we don't make it up here at this point in time because of the failed move, but it's not we're not out of the woods. I'd say I would give it a 60% chance that we dump and 40% chance that we make it up here. So still possible that we get it up here. It's just that with this low volume and not a lot of interest to push this thing, I'm a little concerned. Well, we'll have to see. And you know what, honestly, I didn't take this trade, but I am planning to take a trade that I might not get, right? Because you know what, overall, we could just come back down to come back down to 10,000, bounce again, and then start it up all over again. And that would be that would be it. If we bounce at the $10,000 level, don't expect us to bounce again. We're either crashing through or we're going way higher. Those are the only two options at that point. So, yeah, I'm thinking that we are going to test the 9,600, 9,500 level, and I'm trying to figure out where to put my buy order in that local area, and I'm realizing that I can't come up with a buy order, a blind buy order. The reason why is, well, you know, this thing can go all the way to 8,800 or something like that. If we go to the dailies, let me just see if we can get to the daily. There we go. So we go to the dailies, and we draw our fibs, right, from the last time it broke out, from the last W, you can see, you can put a buy order at the 78.6, right, and do a Hail Mary trade, right? See if that works out. Your stop loss would be at the 8,900, and that's one of the things I was considering. But you know what, I'm thinking, you know what, I want to wait to see how the market plays out and go down to smaller time frames.
I have a question about that, Da Vinci. Looking at the 78.6, 9,671, this is actually in perfect alignment with the CME Gap. And I was wondering a little bit. Everyone knows that I'm not a gap believer. I'm not a fan of this theory, even though like in the history we had some occasions where it exactly filled it. However, so far I'm not the biggest believer yet. But let's put that aside. Everyone and their mother is right now looking at the CME Gap. Maybe I can quickly bring up here this search volume. This is Google Trends, guys. And if you search for CME Gap, then you can see from the last week we had 39. It is relative to the top and to the low, 39 search traffic, and now it's at the maximum. So we have a 2.5x increase in search traffic for people searching for CME Gap. Obviously, this is because of Bitcoin and not because of any other commodity or asset or whatever traded on the CME. So here we see a 2.5x search volume increase in the last 12 months. I could even like go higher, and you can basically see that we have all time the highest search volume for CME Gap right now in September 2020. Look at this chart. So obviously it arises the question, everyone and their mother is looking at it. Is it really likely that we are exactly going down, filling the gap, and that a buy order right there would be appropriate? Or Da Vinci, do you think that we will either not fill it at all, bounce at that famous $10,000 level, or in the other scenario, just overshoot it massively and take all of the CME Gap believers' money at one point of time? What are your thoughts about that? And what is your specific prediction for Bitcoin right now?
Well, my thoughts are, here's the thing. It's a 90% chance that gaps get filled, 90%, right? Because gap theory has been around for quite some time. So you're going to say about 90% chance of a filling of a gap, right? But there's still that 10% that doesn't ever get filled, right? So is the CME Gap at 9,600 going to be one of those 10% times? It's possible, right? We've filled every single gap since Bitcoin got the CME Futures Exchange. Maybe this is finally its time to not fill the gap. So with that said, the odds of us going down is probably because of the daily is not, well, we are finally oversold on the daily action. Never mind. I thought, well, you know what, even though it's oversold, right, there is no divergence, right, to say, hey, you know what, this is over. I expected it to roll higher and then go down, diverge, and then pop higher. Didn't do that, and it doesn't look like it wants to. It doesn't want to break out. So I think if we're not going to come and see the gap, we're going to probably come up to 10,000, roll back up, and break out, and then see ya. See when I see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
This is my preferred scenario, actually, Da Vinci. So we have these two things, and I think it will be crucial to see, in case we are going down and retesting once again, what is happening. If we break it, then a breakdown way below the CME Gap is, in my personal opinion, the most likely scenario. But what you are saying is, if the next bounce is successful, it will be probably the last bounce, and we will see a massive bounce and a big pump for Bitcoin after this dump, right?
Correct. And we know that this thing is not going to come back once we pass the 11,100 level.
Yeah.
We know, okay, for sure. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye.
Exactly. Because before it was so crazy support. Remember, we talked about, you mentioned that there's one person or institution, hashtag whatever, like buying up every single time when the price goes down to 11.1K. It was very strong support. And yeah, now it turns into resistance, but once we break it, I think I would expect a high volume supported breakout also once we go above this specific level. Thank you, Da Vinci. As one last point, in case we are breaking the 11K, 11.1K, what would be your price target? And then we go over to Ethereum. I'm just sure everyone wants to know this target.
Yeah, all right, let's take a look at that, right? So let me just clean up the chart a little bit here. And then we'll take a look at an AB equals CD as one way that we can see what the price targets are. Let's go to a 3-day chart so that we can have less candles here. And then let's do an AB equals CD from the very beginning, right? And because that was like a nice point here up from this bottom to this top, and then we rested for quite some time. So I would say that would count as our AB equals CD level. And then if we clone that, okay, and then we take it from the last low here, you can see,
yeah, beautiful,
right, the $15,600 level is where we're looking to just to take Bitcoin. Once we break the 11,100, that's it.
Yeah.
Goodbye. If you want to see something intermediate target, let's take a look, an intermediate target. So let's take an intermediate target from here to here and clone this.
You have to click the line.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and clone that. And then we're going to take that line and start it right at the bottom here, and you can see an intermediate target at $13,500,
which is in alignment with the high we had in 2019 June. It's pretty much the exact high we had back then, maybe $100-200 off. Interesting, but however, guys, don't get all too excited. We still have to break the 11.1. It is significant resistance right now, but the bottom line is, in case we break it, we maybe close a daily candle above, then these are the next price targets we are looking out for. Thank you, Da Vinci. Let's go over into Ethereum because yeah, as everyone remembers, we talked about the $370 level as being very, very important. Once we broke it, Ethereum completely crashed down to $330 or so, even lower. Wow, even lower to $300 something. Insane. But now we are back up. Now Ethereum is fighting with this specific very important level once again. So Da Vinci, what are your thoughts about Ethereum? Do you think Ethereum will finally break out maybe as a leading indicator for Bitcoin, or are we going to face another rejection here?
Well, starting out with the dailies, yeah, as you said, it broke down. After we broke down from the 371 level here, we hit 308 as the low. Pretty brutal. And yeah, but the key thing is we stayed above this trend line, which I was telling people, which we were talking about both on your channel and on my channel. As you can see, this trend line is a long-term support trend line that it was the bottom of the channel here. So we've held that trend, even though we smashed through the green upper bound trend line. So that means most likely that I thought we were just gonna blow all the way up. Once we passed the, what was it, 360, I thought for sure we were blowing all the way up to the green trend line, but we didn't do that. So I'm a little concerned. So I looked down, I started to go to the 4-hour, see what's going on, and yeah, I'm not liking what I see here. You can see that this was the breakout, this was the resistance that we had to break. It broke through with good volume, good follow through. Yeah, I had to recheck it. Okay, great. Now let's go. And no.
Boom.
Okay.
Got smashed again.
Yeah. So, and then what that creates is a divergence, a bearish divergence, which unfortunately has been confirmed, right? And so odds are we're going to create some sort of head and shoulders pattern here, right? And we're heading back down.
Wow.
Again. Yeah.
Well,
Unfortunately.
I wouldn't be very happy about that, but yeah, if we remember that Ethereum acted some kind of as a leading indicator, that could be a harbinger of the next Bitcoin move to come. But let's wait and see what happens. Your measured move price target for this Head and Shoulders breakdown would be $345. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. 344 and 50 cents, but what's the 50 cents between friends? And
Exactly.
And yeah, so look for probably even more because you know this is going to be very depressing for a lot of the bulls out there. So let's just see. Let's measure this thing with a fib and see where we can how low can this thing possibly go.
Also, for everyone watching, these 50 cents, it's actually not so important, because if you set your take profits, if you were to short that, for example, exactly at that level, you probably get front run. What I'm personally doing is, when I have a measured move price target towards the upside, let's say it's like whatever, $400, I take profits before I'm hitting the $400 level, because I can sacrifice a few dollars just to make my take profit much more likely to be triggered here. Yes, Da Vinci. So what would be your game plan for Ethereum?
So as you can see, the 4-hour body candles are all closing down here. So this is the resistance point. The mountain man has to make some money here, or else it's going to break through the red line, which is not on here this chart, but it's going to break through that red support line that's on the daily, and we're probably going to crush down. So this is where Ethereum's got a hold at the $334 or $35, and then it's lights out.
Lights out, all out. All right. So we have to hold $334 for Ethereum, just to make sure that we are staying in this bullish trend, furthermore move towards the upside. Just as long, one ending note, Da Vinci, what would you say is Ethereum's price target towards the upside in case Bitcoin would actually follow this bullish scenario towards the upside? You talked about breaking the 11.1k level and then reaching the 13.5k, of course not in the immediate short term, but here on the weekly candles. In case this happens, what would be your scenario for Ethereum in this bullish case scenario, maybe after an initial dump?
Yeah, we're all moon boys here, aren't we? So we just want to know where this thing's going. If it goes higher.
Yeah, of course. I mean, let's agree on that we are still in a bull market. I hope so, right? So if we disregard these wicks, these dumps in the short term, then we are still all hoping for this upwards trajectory. So that's the question why I'm just interested in the next bullish price target for Ethereum.
Okay, well, just so you know, right? Historically, even during the bull market phase, Ethereum normally dumps in the last quarter of the year. So, and doesn't turn around until the end of December, and starting in January, the first few weeks of January is where it turns around normally. So don't be surprised if we break down here. We might jump off of this red level, this support line, go a little bit higher, maybe not come all the way to the top here, and then it's lights out again, right? So consider that, because that's the normal trajectory for Ethereum based on its historical trading patterns.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not good news. Not good news at all.
For the immediate short term. Let's wait and see, Da Vinci. But thank you so much for all your knowledge bombs here, for your trading setups. Very, very interesting. Let's do this AB equals CD move and go back into the face mode, because I still have some very important questions to ask you.
Sure, no problem. Let me just clone this and see where this thing could possibly take us should Ethereum decide to break higher. Well, again, we're looking at close to the $600 level. This is the $587. So what's a few dollars more? $10, $13 more between friends. So 600. It was probably going to be taken out. Yeah, and that's a possible bull run if we stay. If we just stay in this channel, that would be good. But we don't have to actually. We can we can break out of this channel, and as long as we don't create any M's on this particular below this this trend line, right? Like just back here, right? We didn't create any M's, and once we broke through this channel, right? We broke through. We just didn't make any M's to get the bears all like horny to short it, and so we just took off. So if we did the same thing across here and just consolidate across time, that's also still a possibility to turn Ethereum bullish again, but historically it's not normal.
Yeah, let's wait and see. And for everyone here looking at the $600 target, well, don't get too excited for the next week or two. This is actually a time frame going towards the end of the year, beginning of next year. This is the time frame when we would be looking out for, in a bullish scenario, for this $600 price target to come. Da Vinci, can we go back into the face mode? I have some very interesting questions to ask to you regarding your experiment and so on. And also I wanted to remind everyone, we are talking about Bitcoin trading, Ethereum trading. This trading is usually meant only for experienced traders. But if you are experienced, you can go down here to our pinned comment section, and the very first comment on top, you will find this comment, which you can see right here, and you can get $522 for free on Bybit, Dudex, and Femex. And after clicking these links, you can put in your email address and your password, and yes, after your initial deposit, or in Bitcoin here 0.2 or 0.5 Bitcoin, you can get $522 for free on these exchanges. You can trade only with the free margin without touching your own money, and withdraw the profits from this free trade as well. And $522 with the 20x leverage, for example, is a $10,000 trade completely for free if you use our links here in the pinned comment. But this is only for experienced traders, very important to mention. But now let's get back into business. Da Vinci, I saw your token is doing pretty well. Of course, everyone, disclaimer, be cautious here. You are buying a token to support Da Vinci, and expect everything to be lost, even though it is not probable at all, actually. But don't just jump in like crazy. This is an experiment, but I find it to be very interesting, and you are giving out some gifts, maybe with your goodwill. So maybe you can elaborate a little bit on this Da Vinci J15 token. I'm holding some myself, disclaimer. So please, you can maybe you elaborate a little bit on that.
Yeah, so I have a token. I was using it to raise a little bit of money, and I didn't raise a whole lot, like about $90,000, right? And that's enough for me. And I've decided to cut off any more selling of the token. And so to basically improve my channel, pay employees to help me with the editing, scripting and so forth and everything with regards to videos. And as a return gift to the holders of this token, they will receive preferential treatments on certain things, and on top of that, I will gift them. I may gift them a percentage, because I can't really say absolutely for legal reasons. But wait until you see the gift coming in, because if you're a holder of this token, I could transfer your to your address revenue, that the percentage of the revenue that I make from all the videos, from all the different things, from both YouTube, merge, reference links, sponsors, whatever. I will anything with Da Vinci J15, except for Pandora's Wallet, I will definitely. I can't say definitely. I have to say may. I may pay a percentage of the revenue to the token holders. So yeah, it's going to be great. Can't wait until that happens. I think everybody will get really excited once they see that that they're receiving revenue from that token. So thank you very much for everyone who's bought it. You don't have to buy a lot. Just 1, 2 is fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, $10-20. Consider it to be gone to zero, and knowing that this is a very improbable scenario. But like, if you put in $10, $20, if you want to support DaVinci, I think that it might be a very nice thing. And yeah, there might be coming some nice perks around the corner as well when you're doing so. So DaVinci, maybe you send me a link. I will leave it down here in the description down below, in the pinned comment. Everyone who is interested can check it out at your own risk, after your own research, guys, please. That's very important. Same with trading, same with purchasing any other altcoin or cryptocurrency. It's always the same story. You are your own boss, guys. Make your own decision, invest at your own risk, please. Please, I mean, you are a grown up, I hope so. DaVinci, thank you so much for that interesting experiment. As also everyone who wants to join our discussions, we have a big crypto family, 19,000 people in the Telegram group. I will leave you the free link here in the pinned comment down below. If you click it, you get redirected. You can join our group. It's completely for free, and we would love to welcome you over there. Thank you so much for that, DaVinci. It was a very nice, juicy and jam-packed episode. I was very excited, so I hope the people are as well. Thank you so much for liking the video, for making noise for the algorithm, sharing, commenting. Everything supports us, as you know. And before we are wrapping it up for today, I wanted to ask you, DaVinci, do you have any important or last words to share before we are wrapping it up?
Yeah, just quick. Can I just quickly mention that there's a sale on Pandora's Wallet?
Yeah,
and
sure.
We'll also be giving everyone who've purchased Pandora's Wallet from the end of this month to and the past. They're going to be getting 10% of whatever they paid in BTC of my DJ15 token, so they don't have to go run out and buy if they don't want to. If they just want more, that's fine. But yeah, you'll be getting the DJ15 token. So make sure you buy before the end of this month, before the sale ends, or else you're going to miss out on getting those free DJ15 tokens. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you very much, DaVinci, and everyone knows the links for that are in the description as well. And right now, DaVinci, the last words before we are wrapping it up for today.
Always play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, click the subscription box right here, and also click the Bible tutorial, which is popping up right there. Click it right now if you never have watched it. It has already 50,000 views, so click the tutorial. And with that being said, as always, guys, bye-bye.